Now, before we begin, any minute now, you know what that sound means. I've got some explaining to do. Don't worry, periodically throughout the show, I will try to explain myself without being too explicit. But first, did I know I was going to be gone this long? Did I know that I was going to only put out one video for 2018 and then just, where'd you go? Poof, you just disappeared. Well, karma is a Riverdale reference. Because, you know, we started season 4 off with this to say. Yeah, Rob, it's around that time. It's around April or May. You're thinking of turning off the camera, growing out your facial hair, and, you know, just walking around the house in a t-shirt and shorts for 4 to 6 weeks. But let me tell you something. It's gonna screw up with your head, guy. Yeah, so I suggest, whenever you feel like that, just take whatever you can take. Just jog, I don't know, write a book, write a blog post, whatever. You can just turn on a camera and tell the cleanest aristocrat's joke for all I care, just as long as you're filming something on Friday. Don't leave the audience hanging, please. You're watching The Rob Rodriguez Show, the only show on the internet that's also on VHS. Welcome to the show, everybody. I'm your host, Rob Rodriguez. Yep, I'm the Ferris Bueller of the internet. Ironically, life does move pretty fast. Now, personally, I have always run this show, so, you know, I like to stay out of trouble. I like to keep the show away from controversy. But you know what? If you think about it, how can there be any pushing the envelope here? If it appears that we fail to write back. I mean, like, you never want to hit the wrong crowd. Like, there's always that couple of guys that are up to no good. You understand? Like, take this, for example. Don't bring your Glee into this house. We're strictly High School Musical on this turf. Really, that's the best we could come up with. So while I was gone, I noticed a trend that was going on, okay? Apparently, people are buying their food and laundry detergent in the same place. Now, Rob, that's only common sense, because they don't call it a grocery store for nothing. It's just everyday essentials in one place. Yeah. But you don't buy everyday essentials in one aisle now. Because, you know, people are eating Tide Pods. And I'm like, and I thought I was the weird one. Yeah, you know. Because I've been eating Play-Doh for years. I mean, what is this, like a way that teenagers are trying to find a new way to get high? Because, you know, apparently Sharpies and, you know, Germex aren't enough for them anymore. I mean, I may be a little rusty because I've been gone for a while. But my brain works pretty well enough right now as we speak to know this is just insane. Just insane. I mean, even on the packages it says, keep out of reach from children. Yeah. The Tide brand should really reconsider their disclaimer. Say, use responsibly. Yeah, that might be a better disclaimer than keep out of reach of children, because keep out of reach of immature adults just seems obscene at this point. I'll ask these people, these challenge acceptors, The same thing I ask Dora all through my childhood. Where are your parents when you're doing this? Like, where's your significant other when you're doing this? I don't ask her that because, you know, I'm not writing no Dora and Boots fan fiction. So, but I'm just asking, where's your partner? Where are your friends? Where's your support system when you're doing this? Because, I mean, you wouldn't just take the whole gallon of Tide, right? And all of a sudden you drink it, and then all of a sudden right in front of you, the snuggle bear is right there, wanting a hug. And it turns out, if you get terrified, you just broke your favorite lava lamp because you thought that was the snuggle bear. Children. I mean, some children are even smarter than these people to know not to eat something they find under the sink. Yeah. But speaking of children, like, being a parent figure, I can see when it's your turn to take care of the kids. You got to keep a good eye on them, like especially if you're running errands and it's your turn. What's that? You want to go to the zoo, but I just bought you that ice cream. I mean, do you want me to wear more than 2 hats now? You're 6. What are you doing with an iPhone? Yep, I'm not ready to be a parent per se. A lot of that has to do with financial issues. But, you know, we're getting there. The maturity level is rising up. So if you were following, like, the last couple weeks or earlier in the month, I made an announcement that I quickly withdrew from. Almost immediately, actually. But other than that, the Rob Rodriguez Show is going to extend its production schedule to start releasing episodes at least up to 9 to 10 times a month. It was that the show would be in regular rotation and it would air on different days of the week at least 10 times a month. And I'm like, I'm not Netflix, what am I thinking? I mean, I work, I live at home. I have no time to edit 4K video on Premiere Pro. I'm not that creatively sweet. I mean, I'm not a miracle worker. Yeah, that one sounds a little more human. Alright, so we've got a great show planned. I'm gonna need a minute. We've got a lot of show to fill, so see you in a second. So for any music lovers out there, you're probably happy that American Idol was picked up by ABC some point last year. And it's our judges are Lionel Richie, Luke Bryan, and Katy Perry, with Ryan Seacrest continuing his role as host. Now, also a happening from last year, Disney, the people who also run ABC, they made a deal with 21st Century Fox. You know, the people who make Deadpool, X-Men, just the nitty-gritty R-rated movies. I don't know, you can't think of something as sweet as Disney just producing R-rated films. I mean, I can't imagine Wolverine with snow cones popping out of his hands, or Deadpool with a swear jar. I just can't see that. So, with American Idol moving from Fox to ABC, it's like they never left. Okay, that's just our point there. Since the show's beginning, we did this segment based on Reading Rainbow, and we called it Paraphrasing Rainbow. I later realized that that segment kind of sounds a little too childish. It sounds a little too PBS, a little too... We actually used the Sesame Street theme for that title card. So, you know, I decided if I want to grow and I want the show to mature, we would have to rebrand it. So it's the same segment, but with more involved. This is our first installment of Unique Summaries. Alright, so I saw 3 movies since I was gone. I saw Star Wars The Last Jedi, I saw Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, and I saw 3 Billboards. No, I didn't drive one day and see 3 Billboards. I bought the ticket. So I loved Star Wars, even though I had to remember things from 2 years ago from the first movie, The Force Awakens. And then Jumanji, I was a little uncomfortable with the whole retelling of the first movie. Like, I mean, sure, it's 20 years in the past to go to the present. Jumanji did the same exact thing. That's just weird. Like, the main character gets sucked in 20 years later. Some out-of-touch teenagers find the game, get themselves sucked in, turned into superstars. Like, what's with the A-listers and that one Karen Gillian from the Marvel universe? It gets kind of unusual, and I don't know why I'm the only one who found some flaws with Welcome to the Jungle, but who's to say anything? And last I saw 3 Billboards. It was like watching real life. It's for the voyeurs. It's for people who eavesdrop. It just felt like you weren't watching a movie. It felt like you were eavesdropping on somebody's everyday life. Without giving anything away, this movie swears a lot. Yeah, it's that kind of movie. It's time for that weekly list known as the Possibility List. It's kind of like how things get weird when you look behind your TV and the cables and wires got all kinky. Alright, this week's list is titled 4 Reasons I Missed the Super Bowl. 4 reasons I missed the Super Bowl. No hesitating with this list whatsoever. Number 4, I went to the movies. Number 3, the commercials were leaked, so why not? Number 2, I'd rather watch Celebrity Big Brother. And number 1, reasons I didn't watch the Super Bowl. I heard Natalie Portman did another rap. Alright, and that is the Possibility List for you this week. Okay, so last week something pretty exciting happened to me. It's something that I waited a long time for. Jennifer Love Hewitt responded to me. Okay? Here's how it went down. She was on Instagram Live, right? And, question after question I sent, my thumbs turned into Speed Racer. All of a sudden, I just wrote one comment. And that comment somehow started a very positive riff that lasted about 45 seconds. I mean, I do have the clip available. Here, take a look.
On Party 5, they couldn't finish sentences. I guess you were so right.
I should explain that noise. And this little piggy went wee 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 all the way home. I'd hate to have that resurface and then someone just sandwiches it in the middle of a Try Not to Laugh video. Yeah, we're right there. Hurricane... Oh. I messed up. We're right there with Free Shavakadu and... Brian, will you go to the dance with me? No? Okay. Yep. I'm not great at Try Not to Laugh videos. In fact, if this show were a Try Not to Laugh video, most viewers would win every time. Yep. Listen, I'm not Oprah, so I'm not going to give everybody in the audience a car. Well, that is everything we have for the show this week. Yep, that's all we've got. No, just kidding. That just came out wrong. But that is the show for you this week. maybe we'll be back next week. You know, we can't predict the future. But if we are, it'll be a miracle. If we aren't, check again Saturday. Or just wait till 10:30 at night on Friday. Alright, see you soon.